Welcome back, guys. This is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Today we're going to talk about this hip thrust behind me from GMWD, and it is the hip thrust HRTQ. And overall, I actually really like this machine. So before we got this in, I was doing hip thrusts about once a week on my glute bias day. If you know, you know. I mean, hip thrusts are like one of the best exercises that you can do. Anyways, I was using a typical barbell bench plate setup. When we got this in, I wanted to give it a try, and I have not looked back. Instead of working out at my house on my glute day, I've actually been coming into GGR just specifically to use this machine because I love it. It actually is a budget-friendly, or what I would think is a budget-friendly machine, especially when we compare to other hip thrust machines out there. All right, so I want to mention the cost first. On their website right now, it says it's on sale for $5.99. Now, I don't know if that's actually a sale price. Sometimes companies will just always have their products be on sale. However, at this time, it is $5.99. And compared to other hip thrust machines that have a lot of the same functions as this one, that's an actually really competitive price point. On their website, it has 66 reviews with an average rating of 4.88 stars out of 5. I think that is actually really fair. The only one negative review, and this is like hilarious to me. I'm not even going to tell you all of the positive things that were said about this. I'm just going to tell you the one negative thing from one customer that was said. It was the only 1-star review, and basically a safety tube had been damaged upon delivery. He reached out to customer service and they quickly responded, and they went ahead and sent him a new safety tube, remedying all things. And then he went on to say that him and his wife love using this machine. They actually think it is a fair price point. It works really well. So I actually think the 1-star he gave this was inaccurate. He probably meant to give it a higher rating. And for that, I mean, this is probably closer to a 5-star machine. And I mean, honestly, I really can't say enough good things about this. The callouts that I do have to this are so minor. So I would say if you are looking for a quality hip thrust machine, especially for a home gym, this is going to be a really good pick. Now, one of the things I love about this is that it's easy to move around. So it actually does have wheels on the front. It is a heavier machine. It weighs 190 pounds. However, we went ahead and measured it, and the feel weight of this is closer to about 80 pounds. So you can definitely move this around pretty easily. The other thing I really like about this is you can go ahead and store it vertically. Now, I am not telling you to do this because on their website, this is not something they claim to have like incorporated. It's not necessarily said to be like a vertical design. However, we've been storing it vertically against the wall and then taken out when we are using it like so many times. And so far, it's been totally fine. So again, like a hip thrust machine is such a specific movement. Like you can't do a whole lot of other things on it. You might be able to get away and do maybe some Bulgarian split squats using the pad, but overall, this is like a one exercise machine. And sometimes with a home gym, it's like we don't have a lot of space. Is it worth it? So I think the fact that it can be stored vertically does make that a little bit easier, especially for us home gym owners. When you go to their website, you have 2 different color options. Obviously, we have the red and black here, and then there's also a silver and black option that you can go ahead and purchase. Now, all shipping is free to the United States, and it does ship pretty quickly. They say within about 48 hours, this should be shipped and then be on its way to you. In terms of the warranty, it has a lifetime warranty on the frame, which again, this is $600, so that's like a really good deal. And then it covers 6 months of parts. Now, so far, I went through all the reviews. I haven't found anybody complaining about parts being broken. It's lasted people a long time, and so I really don't think that is a huge concern. A couple of the things that I really like about this is it has a quick lock and release mechanism. It also has a dual-sided safety catch, making it just incredibly easy to get in and out, as well as load and unload the weight. And it doesn't matter what height you are, because of the side safety catches, you can go ahead and make them longer or shorter, again, depending on your height. It has grippy handles on each side, making it super easy to unload the weight when you are using it. And then it has almost like this grippy hook that when you go ahead and re-rack the weight, it's going to stay in place and not bang around. This fits 1 and 2-inch plates. So basically, tubing on the sleeves goes ahead and you can just twist it off in order to get those 1-inch plates, just that's what you have, or put the tubing back on for your 2-inch plate. It also comes with an adjustable foot pad. The weight horns on this are 8 inches long, so you can go ahead and fit either 4 45 bumper plates or 7 steel plates on each side. The footprint on this machine is 71 inches in length, 30.98 inches wide, and then 22 inches high. So overall, it does take up a big footprint, but remember, you potentially can store this vertically. All the padding, like I said earlier, is super comfortable. I mean, when you're using a barbell hip thrust pad, a lot of the times you still feel the bar almost like poking through onto your hip joints, especially if you've loaded up that bar pretty heavy. This is not the case. I've loaded this up to about 300 pounds, and so far it's remained completely comfortable, and I haven't even had any sort of noticeable weight on my hips as I'm using this, and that's honestly thanks to the huge pad that makes it really comfortable while you're doing it. When I look at other options similar to this one, they might not be exact, but you're gonna spend about $700 more, if not more, to get a machine of this. Now, there are cheaper options, but honestly, I say skip those and just go ahead and use a barbell setup because they're not worth it. Something like RitFit, I mean, it's $300. I just don't think it's worth it. I'd rather spend double the cost at $600 and get a machine like this. Now, the only other kind of minor call out that I do have to this is you're gonna kind of get what you pay for, okay? It's $600 as we've been using it, and we have been using it. Absolutely. I've actually had a ton of friends come in this and use it with me on glute days, and we all love it. So if you go ahead, try this out, let me know in the comments. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews.